Well, the first thing to ask you, Harry, is what have the last few days been like? Bit of a whirlwind, I expect.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a crazy week for sure. But yeah, obviously a lot of information to take in, a lot of hard work, and yeah, obviously 2 games in 4 days or so is never easy. So yeah, obviously we're looking forward to the game. Hopefully we can put what we've worked on onto the pitch and try and get the win.
Did it help on Thursday that it was the regular team, in quote marks, that went out straight away and was asked to perform for the new manager?
Well, I think the manager wants to implement these ideas as quick as possible. Obviously, it's never easy coming in during the season and trying to get the team playing how you want to play. So, yeah, as much time as we can on the training pitch, as much time as we can playing games. Everyone needs to be ready to play. So, yeah, like I say, it was good to get the win on Thursday. It was a tough game. But now, obviously, we're hoping to win this one before the international break, and then it'll give the manager a bit more time to work with some of the players.
I think this guy has got the personality to say to Harry Kane, you don't want to play for me, Antonio Conte. You don't want to play for me, you can leave the football club. Get 150 million for him, tell him Daniel Levy, and I will spend it, and I will go and get someone who wants to play for me. I'm not sure what Harry has told him. Perhaps he's changed his mind. Perhaps now, because it's Antonio Conte, he said, I want to stay at the football club. And great for Tottenham fans, because you see the best of Harry Kane then, because his mind is back on the job, doing it for Tottenham.
I think it comes down to see how Harry Kane performs up until January, whatever he said to him, because I don't think Antonio Conte will let him sit around and just play like he's been playing recently. I think the only reason why he's played like that is because he's able to take liberties with Nuno. But with this manager, I think this is the kind of manager, if he's there for 2-3 years, I think he wins something. And so I believe whatever's happened with Harry, I think this is the kind of manager that can convince him to stay with what he's doing.
Do you think he'll win enough, though?
Well,
what does win something mean?
Well, I think if they can get themselves in a position in the next 3 years, I know he's only there for 18 months, but for 3 years, because where they can win where they can be challenging properly and winning the Premier League and then the Champions League, which we saw them get to. I think if Harry Kane could win the Champions League and the Premier League, he'll be happy with that.
Of course he will.
He'd be happy with that.
He'd be ecstatic.
But then it's to try and
But they're nowhere near doing that at the moment, are they? They're in the Europa Conference
No,
League.
it's not going to be 18 months, is it? Unless they spend £500 million. It's not going to be 18 months.
We're talking about what happens in January,
Yeah.
what he can do in January, how he can get these players to react now, because we know with Son and Kane, they'll score. So if he could keep it solid and they score goals, then he gets to January, puts a couple more in, anything can happen. I'm not saying that they get in top 4, but anything can happen with this guy.
I mean, he's won 5 titles in 7 years. He knows how to do it, doesn't he? But this is why I'm asking the question of how far away from perhaps the squads he's had in the past at Inter.
Oh, well, I personally think he's light years away from.
So this is the hardest one he's had.
Yeah, definitely. But the caveat is what he's been promised in January or what he's been promised in the summer, because we know that he's always been given funds to spend and invest. And that's when you reach the goals that you need to reach. If he's been promised unlimited amounts of money in the summer, then he's got an excellent chance this time next year. But he's
only 5 points
now,
off 4th now as we sit here.
Oh no, but I mean fourth is again light years away from Liverpool, Chelsea, and Manchester City.
Yeah.
You know, you can get. I'm not interested in finishing 4th. I know people are interested in finishing 4th. I'm not interested at all.
Well, the most important thing, Macca, Harry Kane isn't.
Exactly. You can get into the Champions League, therefore the club will get X amount of money going forward. But it means absolutely...
That's what Tim's alluding to with Daniel Levy.
It means absolutely nothing finishing 4th in the league. Plucky 4th, 20 points, 30 points, 40 points
financially,
behind the first.
that's the point. That Daniel
but it doesn't mean anything to a player.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think that... I mean, I'm sitting here looking at Tottenham now, looking at the last performance, and they are, you know, years and years and years away from doing anything at this moment in time. Because it's hard to get, it's hard to win the league. It's hard to be the best in your league and then become the best in Europe and beat a Bayern Munich and beat a PSG and beat a resurgent Real Madrid in 2 or 3 years' time and a resurgent Barcelona. It's really, really difficult.
I think with this manager, he's got the capability. The only thing that you have to look back and say, well, OK, that's a little bit of a downer. It's 18-month deal. But I believe that if Conte is there beyond that, then Tottenham will be in and around it, I think.
Let's get back to the short term, because you've got experience of this when you come in, and Adebayor, you just mentioned, was a perfect example. He has to get the best, as any coach does, out of the same players as Nuno had now between now and January. Do you think he'll get a lot more?
Absolutely. I mean, he couldn't get much less. I mean, the passion will be there. Out of possession, for sure, they're going to be a huge amount better.
I agree with Righty. They're not going to start pressing from the goalkeeper's kicks and right on the edge of the box. There'll be a certain place over the halfway line where they're very aggressive. They will stay compact. They will look to counter-attack. I think they've got Son, they've got Lucas Moura, they've got ball carriers, good energy, who can take them forward on the counter-attack. You're playing Skip and Højbjerg in there at the moment. I'm not sure he's convinced. I think Højbjerg possibly will be that one. I think he's bang average. I really do. I think he's responsible. He can win the ball back, but he's not been showing that. I'm not sure he plays with the intensity, what he would want, and the responsibility. So he's gone him and Skip in there. He had Matic and Kante at Chelsea. They were his two. They were the responsible ones. They're the ones who broke it up. They set the tone. They started the press. You know, it's not necessarily pressing from the front. He wants his forward players to be withdrawn. He wants the midfield and the wide boys, the wing backs, to win the ball back and give it to the forward players, and then they take them forward. I think they will be on no uncertain terms what is the demands are from every player. Every single day on that training field, he'll be drilling them. I think he's got a tough job to do, but in the short term, I think he can win. I think he can win this season. I think they'll win the Europa Conference League. It's full of pub teams. There's only Roma who are left in it, and they're struggling at the moment. They can win it. They can win this tournament. It's low-hanging fruits. That's what's on offer. Go and nick it. West Ham, as obviously West Ham in the Carabao Cup, that's another trophy. Listen, they're not ready to win the Champions League or the Premier League. Go and win a Carabao Cup. Go and win the Europa Conference League. They're capable of doing it. You win Europa Conference League, you qualify automatically for Europa League next season. It'll be far easier doing it in that route than it will be for the league position at the moment.